In a previous lesson, we discussed the pinhole camera, but that is old school. Since the pinhole camera was invented over 1,000 years ago, we have since moved on to cameras with fancy titles such as instant film, SLR, DSLR, mirrorless, and our new favorite, smartphone photography. Do you want a selfie? In its simplest form, the lens camera is just an upgrade of the pinhole camera. The pinhole is replaced by a lens, and the screen is now either a film screen or a digital sensor. So basically, the lens camera is a little box with a lens at one end and a light-sensitive screen at the other end inside the box. So how is your favorite holiday picture formed? The viewfinder is the viewer through which you see the scene you want to shoot. It is connected to the lens opening via a periscope, which is made either by two mirrors or a mirror and a prism. Have you seen the memory you want to preserve? Good. Now press the button. The button moves the bottom mirror up to provide a clear path to the shutter, and the shutter simultaneously opens up for a few seconds to allow the light from the scene outside to hit the screen. The light-sensitive screen records the scene and our image is formed. But what are all those other knobs for? These are like tuning devices for the image. First, notice that the lens is a converging lens, taking a large amount of light in and focusing it on the screen. Often there are two lenses. The outer lens, which brings in the light to the camera, and the second lens, which focuses the image on the screen. The lens setup is set on an adjustable screw, and that turning motion affects the distance between the main lens and the screen in order to focus the images to land clearly on the screen. The aperture looks a bit like this and is set to determine how much light gets into the camera. The amount of light that goes in improves the amount of detail that will be captured. But the light cannot just keep going in forever because we need a still photo, and that is where the shutter comes in. If it is open for too long, the picture is just bright with no detail, and if it is not open long enough, the picture doesn't have enough time to fully develop the detail. Of course, modern cameras now have multiple lenses, software, and other little tricks to give you the perfect shot. But in this lesson, we have focused on the main working principles of a lens camera. Say cheese!